And here we go. It's out like the kind of, first time we see, not first time, but, first time we see for so long on screen, Spider-Man and Nick Fury. Were you excited about that idea? Because those personalities are meant to clash a little bit? Are they meant to clash?
I don't know. I was excited about the possibility of, discovering what had been going on around us. So it's been an interesting sort of growth year for Nick Fury in terms of, going from Captain Marvel, where there were things he did not know that he all of a sudden knew. And now he's here and he's openly saying, I used to know everything, now I know nothing. So we're trying to work things out.
How easy is it for you to keep the secrecy? I mean, I suppose you know more than anyone what's going on in the Marvel Cinematic Universe because
really?
Nick Fury's. I don't know. Do you?
No, I don't. I actually don't. No. There are lots of questions I want answered sometimes. It's like when I was watching Civil War. It's like, well, if the kids are fighting, why am I not there sending them to their rooms? But I wasn't there, and nobody told me why I wasn't, so it's okay.
Also, really, even they don't really answer questions that you ask.
No, above my pay grade.
No, nothing's above Sam Jackson's pay grade. And in the comics, how much do you also get interested in the backstory and anticipate what could come along? Because, hopefully this is not the last time we see Nick Fury. We want to see him so many more times in the future.
I don't do that. So I kind of wait on them to alert me that they want me. Then I'll try and figure out what resource materials I need to get to find out what the story is.
Throughout the years, what have been the most exciting aspects of his personality that you've enjoyed portraying on screen?
Nick? Wow. I guess the first time I showed up in, Iron Man, to step out there and just present the character was very exciting for me. And kind of daunting when they said, well, we got a 9-picture deal, so we want you. It's like, how long do I have to stay alive to do 9 movies? Not knowing they were going to make 9 movies in about 3 years.
Exactly.
And having things that define Nick so that, audiences know more about him than, he's this defiant of authority character, that he's very persuasive. So I had a great time in Winter Soldier being in that car and being able to have that moment of, bravery, and this is who Nick Fury is, and, tough in the face of danger and all that other stuff. And then going into Captain Marvel and going into his backstory and seeing, who he was and what kind of guy he was before he became the cynical kind of questioning authority Nick Fury, and the guy who actually didn't know there were people with powers and extraterrestrials, and gaining that information. And now coming back after being blipped for God only knows, how long, and admitting, I used to know everything, now I know nothing. So he's starting from scratch again.
He is.
With no Avengers.
Exactly. Yet, you never know. It's a multiverse universe. You never know what might happen, which is, what's exciting. It's like the same character, but it's never the same experience,
exactly.
Is it, throughout the films? Do you enjoy that? Would it have bored you otherwise?
No, probably wouldn't have. I mean, I would have enjoyed just being around watching what all these other people did, but it's kind of great that they do take the time to nuance Nick in such a way that he's either very troubled, very confident, or very angry. So we get those different, colors from him. And now we see from time to time a little bit of vulnerability.
Yes, exactly. If we look closely.
If you look closely.
I kind of missed the Captain Marvel version in this one. He was in the back of my mind a little bit.
Okay.
I enjoyed the tender Nick Fury. He was.
Well, thank you. All right.
I like all your impersonations of him. That's cool. Let's talk about Tom Holland. What did you most enjoy about him as, this tortured teenage character, Spider-Man? I think in this one, it's this ping pong game that he has with Nick Fury is kind of fun. Is it fun on set?
It's fun to watch, and it's fun to be in the middle of. I remember meeting Tom the first time at one of those premieres, and he's like, "I think we're going to do a movie together." And I was like, "Really?" So he actually knew more than I did, because nobody had told me I was going to be in a Spider-Man movie, but he knew. So when it finally happened and we finally got here, it's kind of great to be around that much youthful enthusiasm. And he has an infectious personality. It's kind of great. So it doesn't make it difficult for me as Nick Fury to look at him and say, Tony Stark told me that you were the guy, and I'm here trying to find out if you're the guy. Stop avoiding me, answer my calls, and grow up. You're not the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man anymore. You have greater responsibility to the universe, and that uncle is going, grow up, get out of the house, get a job.
Exactly.